definitely say I'm mining more than anyone else there. This is such a better headset. Dave, so you know what I'm doing. I had this crowd mic, you know, down below. He did that. Yeah, it's like whoosh, straight. No. That's something to do. It's gonna be the worst. Look at home. You know they're gonna stop it at 15. Yes, so they'll run it to the stop it. So I mean, it's gonna start at 6. A full house up there is right. 3, 2, 1.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Check. 1, 2, 3 is in the mail, folks.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
You said the check's in the mail, right, Brett? Someday?
Someday.
Someday.
Someday over the rainbow.
Yeah. Somewhere over the rainbow. Hey, if you haven't had your fish yet, folks, head on over to Christ the King. They got a shrimp boil tonight.
Yes, we do.
Plays till 7. St. Lambert's just, they're right deep into it, folks. 5 to 7. A free will offering over at St. Lambert's. Go out in the garage and get some of that. Guys are out there cooking that fresh fish. Oh, man, I can taste it. That is some good stuff. That's some good eating, Brett.
I had some fish at Red Lobster Wednesday night.
I want to check out that shrimp boil, Christ the King.
All right.
They go till 7. There'll be stations at St. Lambert's after that. So,
all right, I'm going to get us started.
And there's the Iceman.
Oh.
Stranger. You never call, you never write. Didn't have trouble with parking tonight?
No, not tonight. I don't think that we're going to have trouble parking the whole night.
You're listening to a special presentation from the Real Presence Radio Network. On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Night's Game Day Show, sponsored by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal.
And welcome to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Gorman High School here for the site of the SoDak16 AA girls basketball matchup between your number 2 seed, Sioux Falls or Gorman Lady Knights at 17-3. We're hosting the number 15 seed, the Yankton Gazelles, 16-14. With the winner advancing to the state tournament in Rapid City, we held the Ice Arena next week, March 10th through the 12th. The loser stays home, becomes spectators. Good evening, I'm Dan Johnson, Real Presence Radio. Lady Knights concluded their regular season last Saturday afternoon, losing up at here in 60-51. The Tigers made 15 threes in that game, had 4 girls in double figures, while Gorman shot 35% from the field and were 6 for 27 on threes. Ouch, folks. Hannah Ronzik, the only Gorman player in double figures with 22 points and 6 rebounds. Meanwhile, Yankton concluded their regular season last week with a 53-52 win at Sturgis last Saturday with a snap of 4-game losing streak. Macy Drotzman and Ellie Karlovich each had 16 to lead Yankton. Now let's fast forward to tonight. I'm going to bring in the voice of the Knights. Isaac Struck now joins us. Isaac, Gorman girls are looking for their 13th straight trip to the state tournament in 19 years. 19th and 24th seasons for Coach Coldred. Yankton has only qualified once in the past 7 years, and that was for the state tournament. That was back in 2020, which was postponed. Okay, Isaac. In 2018 was the first year of the SoDak16. We went to that format. Let's talk about how that play into play. Where remember that Saturday afternoon where we played Sturgis with that 61-57 double overtime victory? I remember it, folks. What's it like, playing in the SoDak16 compared to a regular season game?
Oh, it's a whole different intensity, and you come out just a little bit nervous, a little bit of jitters in that first opening couple of minutes. But once you get that first possession in on the offense and defensive end, the first dead ball, if you will. When things slow down a little bit, you start to settle in, and then you just treat it like it's a normal game. But obviously throughout, your intensity is up, and you know that if you're not playing well enough, this could be the last time you suit up for the season. So you want to make sure that you play with that competitive edge from the tip-off to the end of the final buzzer.
Okay, the Lady Knights are coming to tonight's game with that loss we talked about here last Saturday. Isaac, what do you think a loss this close to the end of the regular season? Could it be something that makes them stop, refocus, and does it give them some extra motivation for tonight's game and the rest of the season going into the state tournament next week?
I think that loss was kind of going to help O'Gorman, like you had just alluded to, where I think it's going to allow them a little bit of a refocus and a regroup of, hey, we can't just come in here and expect our talent to beat everyone on any given night, because if the shots aren't falling, sometimes you got to have other ways to step up. And in Huron, they just really couldn't get anything else going in that game. And the tempo was down a little bit, and Huron was able to make a lot of shots. And when things aren't falling your way necessarily, the girls struggled to kind of flip the script last night. And hopefully that they come out knowing that, hey, if we can't flip the script tonight, our season ends at a great record of 17-3, or it would end at 17-4. Winning 17 games in a regular season and losing the first one of their playoffs would have a sour taste in your mouth. So I really think that they're going to come out tonight with an extra set of energy.
Okay, let's talk Hannah. We have two Hannahs. We have Hannah Friedman and Hannah Rodzik. Let's talk about Hannah Rodzik. The Colorado State commit, 1,000 points she scored. With their 22 points with Heron last week, Hannah became the 5th O'Gorman Lady Knight to score over 1,000 points in her career. She moves ahead of some familiar names and athletes that have played some outstanding basketball here at O'Gorman. She'll start tonight's game with 1,007 points. Praying that she has 3 more games after this.
Yeah, it has a lot to say about who Hannah is as a basketball player, and she's just been a phenomenal athlete for O'Gorman that's played varsity basketball and played a huge role on the varsity team for the last 3 seasons. And finally, she eclipses that 1,000-point mark, and that's just a testament to all the hard work that she's put in. It started with Emma, her older sister, who's at Creighton now, and it has trickled into Hannah, and both of them just continued success for years straight at the varsity level, and it's just something really cool to see, and it shows a lot about who they are as a person on the basketball floor, both of them.
And Emma was what? Big East player of the
Big
team?
East first team all
Yow,
Big East
baby.
player as well, yeah. And Hannah going to Colorado State, so that'll be fun for them, or for her as well.
You got Jane Even, Jess Maris, Chandler Nielsen. I tell you what, them names, they've been around forever. So, okay, let's talk about the game plan tonight. O'Gorman shot more threes, 27 threes, than they did 26 against Heron last Saturday. Going into tonight's game, what do you expect the offense to be? More in attack mode, or maybe a little less threes? Will we use our height advantage? To me, we need to use our height advantage with Karen Hannah down in the paint.
Yeah, absolutely. And against Huron, we're going to have a little bit of a size matchup down low with when some of those girls are in, and we need to make sure that we're playing out to in and in to out. You got to start outside, obviously, but you got to look inside before you can focus on anything too detrimental. You're taking 27 threes, making 6 of them in Huron. That's not necessarily going to win you a lot of basketball games. And you got to start playing from the post and work it out and get those 3-point shots from post touches and collapsing defense.
Okay, so last Saturday, I was out of town, had a commitment. Isaac wasn't there. So I'm going to bring in Brett, our producer. He was there. He called the game. Brett, let's talk about the hustle of plays. O'Gorman didn't win any of those 50-50 balls. What did you see? What did O'Gorman do to get that energy and enthusiasm back tonight? We got the band here. We got the final time at home. We got the home crowd cheering section. Doesn't get any better than this. Pump it up. What do you think?
No, it doesn't, Dan. And I think for O'Gorman, it was just one of those things where you start the game and Huron hits 7 threes in the first quarter, and all of a sudden you're behind by double digits, and this has not happened to them before this season, and you're playing catch-up after that, and having played the night before like Huron did as well, our energy. The stat that was surprising is Huron had 33 rebounds and we had 33 rebounds. And that's not going to get it done, especially with our big size advantage. So I think tonight we're going to see O'Gorman be aggressive from the start. They've had a week to mull on this loss, Dan and Isaac. They're going to be ready to play, ready to prove something in front of their home crowd tonight.
They have to, so.
Thank you, Brett. All right, coming up next on the Knights Game Day show, we'll have an interview on the other side of the break with Yankton girls coach Trey Creer. And that interview is next on the Knights Game Day show here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Is there an event that you would like announced right here on the RPR network? Please email the details at least 2 weeks in advance to heather@realpresenceradio.com. That's HEATHER at realpresenceradio.com. We can help spread the word about what's happening at your parish and in your diocese. Again, that email address is heather@realpresenceradio.com.
With great joy, we announce that as of February 11th, Catholic Family Services has officially been renamed the Lourdes Center. The healing water that flows from the small grotto in Lourdes, France has become a conduit of hope and healing to the world. We've experienced a deep call to step more boldly into God's work of offering hope and healing through counseling, programs, and education. In responding to this call, we are delighted to come under the patronage of Our Lady of Lourdes, through whom Christ has revealed his immense power to heal. Learn more at thelourdescenter.com.
Welcome back to the Knights Game Day Show, brought to you by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal. I'm now joined by Yankton girls basketball coach Trey Creer. Coach, your team's coming off a 53-52 road win over Sturgis last Saturday. Coach, what did your girls do well to get the win in that ball game?
Yeah, just in the last week, we had an opportunity to get Karlovitz back into our rotation coming off a knee injury, so we just needed to get her some game experience and get on the floor and get into the flow of things that we've been doing with our kids for the 10 games that she was out, and all the way back to last week against Brookings, and then this weekend out west, we did some good things offensively of just getting some good ball movement and finding different kids who were able to knock down some shots for us.
Coach, in the first meeting against O'Gorman back on January 15th, you didn't have Ellie. You lost that one 68-33. Tonight, what would you like to see as the biggest overall improvement from that game to this game?
Yeah, well, we got to take care of the basketball. That's got to be number one for us because, any opportunities that they get to turn defense into offense, they're pretty good, and then they'll set up their press and try and do it again against us. So the more opportunities that we have to get a shot on our end also allows us, made or miss, to be able to get our defense set up and have a chance to stop them as well. So taking care of the ball is going to be a huge thing for us tonight.
Having Ellie on the court tonight against O'Gorman, what do you think the biggest difference of having her presence on the court tonight compared to the first meeting where you didn't have her?
Yeah, just her leadership and her ability to handle the basketball, a little bit more height to go against the press, to go against the zone, and obviously her ability to score, ability to shoot from the three, to shoot inside on a pull-up jump shot, and her physicality around the basket. She does that many things for us in the stat columns, but also just her presence, like you said, gives our kids a sense of calmness out there that we're going to hope is a big difference for us today.
And obviously we both know that O'Gorman's going to be pressing your girls. What are some things that your girls tonight need to do to have success against that press?
Yeah, we got to attack it. We can't play back on our heels. We can't let the press overwhelm us. We have to be able to get the ball moving on it, and then when we get the chance, we need to be able to push the basketball and try and get our own shots out of it.
On your defensive end tonight, Coach, against O'Gorman's offense, what are going to be some keys for your defense to be effective?
Yeah, Ronzik and Abdush are two big pieces of that, two guards who have the ability to put numbers up on the board in large quantities, but at the same time, they've got some other pieces that really feed off of the stuff around the rim. We got to make sure that we rebound the shots that when they come off the rim, don't give them second and third opportunities, and do the best job that we can to try and limit the good looks that those other two get.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
And we'd like to thank Coach Creer for his time. Don't go away, Brett Byler. Our producer sits down with Coach Coldrud, and interview is next as the Knights Game Day Show continues here on Real Presence Radio Network. Love that band.
The 22nd annual Gift of Hope charity event benefiting the Lourdes Center, formerly known as Catholic Family Services, welcomes contemporary Christian music artist Unspoken, Saturday, March 26th at 7 p.m. at the Bishop O'Gorman Performing Arts Center. Get your tickets online at ccfesd.org or by calling 605-988-3765. Sponsored by Avera and First Premier.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Welcome back to the Knights Game Day Show, brought to you by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal. I'm now joined by O'Gorman girls coach Kent Coldrud. Coach, we lost to Huron up at the Huron Arena last Saturday to close out our regular season 60-51. That was a ball game coming in. We knew Huron is a kind of a streaky shooting team, and they got really hot right away, getting 7 threes in that first quarter. We were in the 2-3 zone, then we changed to man and kind of played that consistently throughout the rest of the ball game. Talk about the change in your defense and overall, how did you feel your girls, once they went to man, did against Huron?
Yeah, we've got to give credit to Huron. They shot the basketball great. We knew they were capable of being a really good shooting team. A little bit inconsistent, sometimes when they're not making shots, they get beat pretty good. When they do make shots, they've proven they can beat anybody. To beat us, to beat Rapid City Stevens, two pretty good teams. So we just didn't feel like we were contesting shots well enough in our zone and just needed to mix things up a little bit. And, our man was effective to some degree. There was times we were disappointed where we just didn't get our hands up or we just didn't get a good closeout. Again, to Huron's credit, they were shooting shots that were 3 to 5 feet behind the line. Some of them were contested. They just made big plays. Probably one of our biggest frustrations was we didn't take advantage of our size. We didn't rebound well enough on either end. They got second and third opportunities for a good shooting team. We did not get second and third opportunities for putbacks on the offensive end. We just shot too many threes ourselves. I think we shot basically as many threes as twos, and we have a size advantage like that. Or even if we don't, you got to attack the paint better and get the ball inside, because that's certainly a strength of ours. And we have good three-point shooters, and we want to take three-point shots, but they got to be off of paint touches, dribble penetration, etc. So we just didn't play as smart as I think we normally do, but hopefully it's something we can draw from and do better moving forward here as the games become much bigger.
We actually got our first lead on the two Friedman free throws at the very end of the third quarter, 41-40, and then only scored 10 points in that final quarter. They outscored us 20-10. What overall kind of that fourth quarter you think was a difference for them? Because it felt like every time we did make a shot to get close, and they answer with a three.
We did, big basket, three-point play by Friedman, and the first 2 or 3 possessions of the fourth quarter, I think we made some mistakes offensively. We had a turnover, a bad pass, we missed a shot. They came down and answered, and they answered a lot. They made us have to pay. We would chip our way back into it, and then make a mistake or two or not find a three-point shooter. We just didn't do enough on either end to be able to win a basketball game against a team that is very capable, that was playing hot, that was playing with confidence. Crowd really got into the game, and we needed stimulate that momentum, that crowd noise, and we just didn't do a good enough job of doing that. So I think our kids learned from it. We certainly need to regroup here, have a ton of confidence in these kids. They have a ton of confidence in their abilities. I think we all know what we need to do to be successful. We just did not do as many things as we need to in that particular game.
Coach, now we move forward to the SoDak16 game. We play Yankton. The Gazelles are 6-14 on the season. We beat them pretty good up in Yankton back on January 15, 68-33. They didn't have Ellie Karlovitz in that ball game. I know in that ball game, Coach, we shot 59% from the field in that first game, and we really were able to get into the paint against them a lot offensively, turned them over a lot on our press. Talk about, on our offensive end tonight, the strategy against Yankton.
Yeah, that first game, Brett, they were actually missing 2 kids and had a little bit of their depth was gone with sickness type of thing. So, those are nice additions. They're going to get back their best player. Will be back. I think they're a team that have developed over the course of the season too, and we just need to do the keys that we need to do. Good rebounding, defense, transition, offensive execution, and as you mentioned, offense. Yeah, we got to be able to attack inside out. We need to get the ball in the paint, and I don't care how we do it. It doesn't have to be a post passer to our post people. It can be off of Molly Abdush dribble penetrating, or Hannah Ronsick or Lucy Moore, whoever. Got to find ways to expose the paint, make them have to play defense. We took so many quick shots against Huron as well. We just dribble down and shoot it, or one pass and shoot it. You got to make the defensive work, so we have a chance for an offensive rebound. People are expecting a shot to potentially go up, and just got to play a little bit smarter on that end with really an attack mentality. We've been preaching that all week long, that we have to be the aggressor. We have to look to take it to the Gazelles on both ends of the court.
How important is getting early momentum in a game against Yankton, as they're the road team coming here to play us? Obviously, we're the favorites going to the ball game in front of our own home crowd. Last home game for these girls to get kind of that early momentum right away.
That would be great. It's certainly not the end all. If it doesn't go our way, you just got to fight your way through it and find a way to get momentum and take charge of the basketball game. But if we could get off to a really good start, that would be big. We'll be able to tell early on just the energy and enthusiasm level we have. That's probably my biggest thing is, and then are we executing on both ends of the court? Sometimes you can do those things and you fall behind early, but you're going to be okay because you're doing the right things. Now, if we're not playing with the kind of energy we need to, and we're not executing on either end, and then we fall behind, then it's pretty concerning. But I have a lot of confidence in these kids. They know it's a big game. They know it's kind of a do or die situation, so to speak, as far as making the state tournament. They've worked really, really hard to put themselves in a position where they're the 2 seed playing a 15 seed, and we have a lot of respect for the Gazelles, and well coached. Coach Career does a great job, but this is our house, this is our gym. We need to come out and hopefully just play really, really hard and really smart to start the game.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Brett.
Band just sounds phenomenal. So we'd like to thank the band and like to thank Coach Coldwood for his time and interview. Okay, keys of victory, Isaac. What do we got to do here?
Well, first we got to get off to a good start and play with energy right out of the gate. That's something that kind of kicked our butts a little bit in Huron, is that they came out with a ton of energy and drained a bunch of shots. So we need to make sure that we come out strong tonight. Also, we got to play inside out offensively. We shot way too many quick threes versus Huron, and we were only 6 of 27 from the field. So making sure that we take advantage of what is given to us and work it inside and out. Also win the rebound battle. That's something that's going to be crucial in tonight's game. We out-rebounded them 37-15 in the first meeting, and creating turnovers as we forced 17 of those on the road against Yankton in the first meeting as well. And finally getting to the free throw line. O'Gorman only shot 9 free throws versus Huron, but they were 15 of 22 on the line versus Yankton back on January 15th. Yankton was 0-3 at the time and are now 4-16, I believe.
Okay, the key to victory at Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights brought to you by Closets and More, a locally owned company providing custom designed closets and storage solutions. Closets and More can be reached at 334-5135, closetsandmoresd.com. Right now it's going on, they're presenting Hannah Ronzik her basketball award for going over the 1,000 mark, and what an accomplishment. We talked about in the pregame show. She's what, the fifth Lady Knight to do that?
I don't know the exact number.
I think it's 5.
It is, yes.
Yeah, it's
okay.
5.
But yes, what a tremendous accomplishment. 2 of them are Ronzik's.
Yeah, so anyway, congratulations to her and stuff. So now, take the pick. Who you got for tonight?
I'm going to take Kira Mentley tonight. I think that, you wrote it down too. Hell, you shouldn't have asked me. I'm going to take Kira Mentley
black
tonight.
And white. I printed it, baby.
All right,
it's
you
right
can
there.
have her. You can have her. I'll take, let's see, I'll bounce it around. I'll take Hannah Ronzik tonight. I think I just got to go with the senior in her last home game at O'Gorman then.
Well, definitely, it is the last home game here. But I'm going with Kira because I think we're going to work that paint inside. She's going to run them boards, and she's going to control that paint against the Gazelles. No doubt about it. I think she's going to have a heck of a game, folks. So.
Absolutely. Well, tonight's Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights Game Day Show has been brought to you by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. For more information, they can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com. Coming up next is the Knights starting lineups with a priest prayer and introductions from the road team as well. All that is next on Real Presence Radio Network.
Need repairs on gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors? Sioux Equipment Company can help. They serve Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company also offers services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment. Sioux Equipment Company at 605-334-1653 is a supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
J&J Caseworks and Closets and More is a proud sponsor of the O'Gorman Knights. Following the same rich, winning tradition, family, and Christian values, J&J Caseworks strives to create a work environment to call home. Family owned and operated, J&J Caseworks has several full-time positions available. Our team members pursue career goals, learn new skills, and get the recognition they deserve. To set up an appointment, J&J Caseworks can be reached at 605-332-0805 or email jobs@jmjcaseworks.com. Go Knights!
On the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Barnett Vision Clinic, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, Sioux Equipment Company, Closets and More and JMJ Caseworks, the BB Agency, Knights of Columbus Insurance, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, and Barnett Lewis Funeral Home.
Tip-off to tonight's game is just moments away. With all the exciting action of O'Gorman Knights basketball, let's go to the gym.
Welcome to O'Gorman High School, and we're going to get to our starting lineups with the O'Gorman girls.
Molly Abduce, number 15, 5'7", sophomore guard.
Kira Mentley, number 24, 6'1", junior, forward.
Hannah Friedman, number 33, 5'11", senior, forward.
Bergen Riley, number 25, 6'1", junior, forward.
Hannah Ronsick, number 30, 5'11", senior guard.
Knights have the ball on the opening possession after they won the tip-off, and that one is tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lady Knights. Yankton will come out with Jordan Salvatore, a 6-foot senior at forward. Ellie Karlowitz, a 5-foot 10-inch senior. Claire Terzhinsky, a 5-foot 5-inch sophomore. Kate Beeman, a 5'11 senior, and 5'8 senior Molly Savvy. As that one is up for 2, and the scoring has been opened up by Bergen Riley for the Lady Knights. And a steal right into the hands of Riley and a layup for 2.
Back to back by Bergen.
And another steal thrown directly into the hands of Molly Abdouche. Corner triple from Ronzik, no good. Offensive board, nothing doing as a couple of players took a spill to the floor there, including Salvatore and Friedman. Yankton in their road red jerseys with the white numbers and white trim. O'Gorman in the home whites with the blue numbers and gold trim. Yankton with the basketball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Kick to the corner with Savvy. She'll dribble to the top of the key, look inside, dumps it off to Beeman, and then a dump off inside to Salvatore. Tough finish, no good. Rebound goes to Ronzik. She'll bring it across the half-court line, flip it down to Kira Mentley. Down in the low post, Mentley, turnaround, tough finish over the shoulder is good for 2.
6-0 here, 6:25, start of the game at a SoDak16. Winner advances to the state tournament.
Yankton breaks the press this time. It's Terzhinsky into the corner. Salvatore, deep 2, air ball. And now the Knights will push again on the offensive end. A 6-0 lead with 6:07 left in the first quarter. Ronzik, turnaround, shoots a shot, no good, air ball, and then it goes out of bounds off of the Lady Knights.
I was thinking Creer was going to call a timeout if that basket went in. Knights set up in their press here.
It'll be Karlowitz trying to break the press here, then throws a pass away and out of bounds.
I'm sure it was a hard week of practice for the girls.
Oh, yeah. A lot of energy and enthusiasm here out of the gates.
And Butch Colesrud, we're going to tack. So, going to go after the basket here.
Ronzik with it at the top of the key, guarded closely by Beeman. Between the legs dribble, uses a screen, flings it over inside now to Mentley. Up off the window, good for 2. Kira Mentley again. She's got 4 points, and Riley has 4 points, and it's 8-0 Knights on top. With 5:27 left in the first quarter, Abdouche going to get called with a body foul here, as that one flew into the crowd. And Coach Koonsman with the rebound in the crowd there.
Nice crowd on hand tonight, Isaac.
Yeah, good crowd. Friday night at 6 o'clock. You can't ask for a whole lot better right now.
Yankton traveled well. They got a good student section down there.
Ronzik will go off the dribble. 8-0 lead for the Lady Knights here with 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Ronzik's pass is swatted out of bounds. It was off the hands of Terzhinsky.
Coming in now is Drotzman, number 23 for the Gazelles. Salvatore's going to take a break.
Abdouche to the right side of the floor. Tough finish, no good. Rebound. Going to be fought for in a jump ball. It'll go to the Yankton Gazelles.
Lucy Moore now in for Hannah Friedman. 8-0, 5 minutes in the first quarter. Knights on top.
Stolen away by Ronzik. She'll go all the way inside. Tough finish, no good. Rebound, Riley, easy 2. It's 10-0, Lady Knights on top. Yankton breaks the press. That's Drotzman into the hands of Karlowitz. She swings it over. Quick pass to the corner. That's a deep triple from the corner. No good. Rebound to Ronzik. That was Savvy from the left corner.
That was a high ball.
Swings it over to Abdouche. Off the dribble. Molly traveled with it.
Aidis now in, and Salvatore's back in for the Gazelles.
Yankton tries to beat the zone press here of the Lady Knights.
Ooh, she just about went over and back.
That 10-second call on the back court.
And Creer was trying to call a timeout. He didn't get it. He did not get it. That ref did not see him. Smart play by Coach Creer to get that timeout, but it didn't happen.
Abdush crossover dribble. Into the hands of Riley. Over to Lucy Moore. Looking up top. Finds Abdush. Up top to Ronzik. Ronzik now lost the dribble. Crossover dribble. Drops the defender and passes it up top to Abdush. Drives inside. Nice high-low pass into the hands of Mentley. Good for 2. It's 12-0 Lady Knights with 3:51 here in the first quarter, and the Knights are showing that they took it a little bit personally on the road against Huron.
And we have a foul. Is it on 23? No, 3. It's on Eidsness.
Jillian Eidsness picks up the foul. Mentley will come out of the game, and Friedman will come right back in.
12-0 here, under 4 minutes in the first quarter.
Molly Abdush off the dribble. Top of the key. Behind the back dribble, creates a little bit of separation. Cross-court pass into the hands of Moore. Up top, Bergen Riley, standstill triple, no good. Rebound, however, by Abdush, who then got fouled. Took a shot off the face. And it'll be Knights possession underneath their own basket here.
Salvatore with her first foul, second team foul for the Gazelles. Yankton looks a little tired.
Yeah. They look like they're a little bit gassed already here.
That's what I kind of noticed that, kind of like me, you know.
And that'll happen when you're getting pressed nonstop against a team that's used to playing loaded minutes. As Ronzik tries to get her own rebound, couldn't get the second attempt to fall. And Terzhinsky will bring it across the half court to Savvy. Up top to Terzhinsky. She'll go off the dribble now, swings it back over to Savvy on the left side. Knights in that zone defense. Off the dribble is Terzhinsky, flips up a tough shot and one.
And she went around Friedman. Friedman gets called with a foul, her first.
Nice step through move there by Terzhinsky and a nice soft finish off the glass for 2.
Second team foul for the Knights. She goes the line here.
Free throw no good and into the hands of Molly Abdush.
She's 67%er, so.
Abdush, crossover dribble, creates some separation, pull up, contested 2, no good, misses the shot, rebound to Terzhinsky. Cross-court pass to the corner, that triple is off the mark, no good, an air ball right in front of the student section, and they'll let her hear it. Lucy Moore in transition off the window, good for 2.
Oh, I saw her coming down the far. That was sweet. That was nice teamwork there. (14-2), coming up on 2 minutes left in the first.
Pass to the corner, that's Savvy with it. She'll go off the dribble up top to Terzhinsky. Drives into the paint. Up top, that's a triple that's good by Karlovitz. Nice looking shot by Ellie Karlovitz, and she's the player that was not in, was out with an injury against O'Gorman earlier this season. Their best player scoring-wise, as Riley goes off the window for 2.
And that was right away in January, right after Christmas. Second game after the holidays. I didn't make it down to Yankton. That was a Saturday afternoon game.
Probably watching football in the garage.
I think I had a nice Columbus function.
Kick to the corner, Savvy off the dribble inside, tough floater for 2, no good. Rebound drops into the hand of Karlovitz, who then got her shot blocked by Friedman, but they're going to call a foul on Friedman there.
Maybe her second, Isaac.
Not sure about that call.
No, that looked like all ball. Third team foul for the Knights, 16-5. Karlovitz is at the line. She's a 55% free throw shooter for the Gazelles.
Her first shot is no good.
Okay, so Friedman will go out. Metley's in. Friedman leads with 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
Second free throw by Karlovitz is good. 16-6 with 1:23 left here in the first quarter. Abdush will walk it across the half-court line where she's greeted by Terzhinsky. And Abdush with the crossover dribble into the paint. Turn around, has to get rid of it. Dumps it off to Ronzik, who then got it stripped away into the hands of Beeman. Terzhinsky off the dribble now. Crossover, threw that one away. A little bit of miscommunication between her and Beeman. And another turnover for the Gazelles.
Right in front of the student section, whiteout night.
Minus the O'Gorman basketball players who just wrapped up practice as I was walking in the rec center.
I'm sure they'll be attending here shortly.
Lucy Moore with it over on the right wing. She'll go off the dribble, guarded by Karlowitz, up top to Riley, inside to Ronzik near the free throw line. Ronzik step back triple from the wing, front of the iron, no good. Offensive board, however, by Mentley, and she goes up and gets fouled for 2. She'll head to the free throw line where she'll await a pair.
I like that in her. She turned around. She's going to bring the ball up. She knew she was going to get fouled and go for it. I mean, that's smart basketball, and she's got that. And she's only a junior.
Mentley will step up to the line. She is a 67% free throw shooter on the season. Her first one off the back of the iron, no good.
Averages 10 points a game. 16-6. Final minute of the first quarter here from Bishop O'Gorman High School.
Second free throw is good. Beeman over to Terzhinsky, 25 on the clock here in the end of the first quarter. Blocked from behind, but a foul called on Lucy Moore.
That's her first.
Free throw is good. So 17-7 here.
So in the last 3 minutes, Yankton's kind of come around.
Yeah, Yankton's really starting to play some good basketball the last few minutes. It was 14-2.
Yeah.
And now it's 17-7, and Yankton's been kind of sticking around more defensively, but also been able to get to some of the shots that they want to get here on the offensive end. Ronzik been a little cold tonight. Over to Abdush. Abdush off the dribble. Dump inside to Mentley off the window. Good for 2, and that'll do it for the first quarter. O'Gorman Lady Knights 19, the Yankton Gazelles 7 after the end of 1. Stay tuned for more O'Gorman Girls Basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Jardine Construction is a general contractor of custom homes, remodeling, and commercial construction. Jardine Construction works in close cooperation with project owners and customers when developing a plan for a building or home. Jardine Construction has lots available in Sioux Falls, Hartford, and Humboldt. Mark can be reached at 605-951-1803 and Tom at 605-261-6174.
Barnett Vision Clinic in Sioux Falls offers comprehensive eye exams to assess their patients' eye health, including students and young athletes. At Barnett Vision Clinic, we offer a variety of glasses, contacts, and sunglasses to fit our patients' needs, including brands such as Oakley, Ray-Ban, Nike, Kate Spade, and Nano Vista glasses for kids. Dr. James Barnett is a proud O'Gorman alumni and St. Michael's parishioner. To schedule an appointment, we can be reached at 605-335-7757 or online at barnettvisionclinic.com.
Hey, welcome back to O'Gorman High School here. Listen to that band. That's the fabulous folks. 19-7 here to start the second quarter. Hey, if you're on your way home from work or get over to Christ the King, they got a shrimp boil there going tonight, folks. St. Lambert's got their fish fry feed until 7. Both places free will offering. Get your fish. You got to see Brad and the boys. And I tell you what, it's roasted fish, folks. Doesn't get any better than that over at St. Lambert's. Here's Isaac with the call of the second quarter.
Bergen Riley with it in the corner. Up top now inside on the low post to Mentley. Inside to Friedman off the window, good for 2.
Hannah's first points of the evening.
Boy, it'd be nice to see Friedman have a good night tonight and build some momentum heading into the state tournament.
I see her knocked
That
out about
triple is poked away, and the Knights will get possession.
She's averaging 5.5. I'd like to see her a 10, 12-point game tonight. Come on, Hannah, take it.
Shot no good.
You know, she's got relatives over at St. Lambert's.
Yes.
her great Uncle Rick, great Aunt Kathy. Knight turn it over. Gazelle's ball. 21-7 here. 7 minutes left in the first half.
Terzhinsky with it over on the wing. Up top to Savvy. She'll slow things down a little bit. Swing it over to Karlovitz. Up top, triple. Terzhinsky, nothing but glass. And that'll go into the hands of the Lady Knights. Full court pass in transition to Mentley. She dropped it off her hands out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover for the Lady Knights.
Just got a text from the boys that St. Lambert's cooking the fish, so I got to give a shout out to Jeff and Marty, Craig, and Brad. They're listening to the game, so God bless you guys. Most of their kids went to Gorman.
There you go.
I think all of them did. Yeah, I know they did.
Good. Always love to have connections. Keeps you close here at O'Gorman.
It's a big family, isn't it, Isaac?
Oh, yes. Karlovitz has got to get it across the half-court line. Sometime soon they're going to get a foul called.
Bergen?
Yes, it will go to... Nope, it'll go to Mentley.
What? Kira's first 15 foul now for the first half for the Knights. 21-7, 6:30 left in halftime. See, Brett, when you get married this summer and have kids and get your kids to Gorman High School, you'll be part of the family. Right, Isaac?
Yes, absolutely. Jump ball called, so it'll stay with, or actually it'll go to the Gazelles, as the Knights had the jump ball to open up the quarter.
Got to give another shout out to Monsignor Barnett and over at Prince of Peace. I know he's listening, watching on Real Presence Radio.
So Eidsness returns for the Gazelles. Beeman will go off the dribble, had it poked away into the hands of Ronzik. Nice attempt at the finish, but was fouled. It was Bergen Riley who will head to the line for two.
I like that. Bergen picked it, went down to Hannah, Ronzik, and then Bergen made a lane for the basket and dumped it right over to her, and then now she goes to the line for two. Bergen's a 50% free throw shooter. First one's good, 22-7.
Second free throw, that one around and out, no good.
I hate when I jinx them.
You tend to do that a lot.
Well, Brett did it for years.
Stolen away by Mentley in transition off the window is good for two.
Nice.
24-7, O'Gorman on top of the Gazelles, and a timeout from Coach Creer. With 5:51 to go here in the second quarter, we'll take a break. You're listening to Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is available on Alexa-enabled devices, including Amazon Echo, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To enable the skill, just say, Alexa, enable Real Presence Radio. To listen, say something like, Alexa, open Real Presence Radio. It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, play Sioux Falls, or play AM 970, or play WWEN. From there, you can use commands like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Alexa-enabled devices.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School here on Real Presence Radio Network as the Lady Knights lead the Gazelles 24-7 here in the second quarter.
And I know there's other fish fries going on because Brett's going to be chatting about St. Lambert. So, but I know Holy Spirit. What are they? I'm not sure what they're serving. I know Christ the King's got a shrimp boil tonight. And I know Holy Spirit, St. Therese, they got fish up there as well. So. Pretty much any Catholic Church tonight, first Friday of Lent, you can get your fish.
Absolutely.
So here we are, 5:51 left in the first half. Knights on top, 24-7.
Looks like a football score here at O'Gorman High School.
The Gazelles being the Vikings then, because
our producer extraordinaire, Brett Byler, probably not too fond of the Cowboys getting ready to release Amari Cooper.
What is up with that?
Too much money, man.
Well, he'll become a Viking now because you know that.
That ain't happening. He'll go to a team that appreciates him.
Oh!
like the Patriots.
Oh! I read a story today about Tom Brady. We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Something he
I'm
did
always,
back,
hey,
back,
I'm always,
back when he was in college, what he did. I thought
I'm
it was
always
just
willing
hilarious.
to listen about Tom Brady. Ooh, 2 players hit the deck. Karlovitz, what a fantastic athletic play by Karlovitz to force the steal, keep the possession without traveling, and force the turnover. Terzinski off the dribble now, up top. Swings it over to Savvy. Looking inside it. Beeman. Yankton's had a tough time penetrating this zone so far. That one's stolen away into the hands of Ronzik. Ronzik gets it poked right out of her hands.
Back-to-back turnovers. This is not good. Oh, and she double dribbles Isaac.
Beeman, the guilty party there with the double dribble.
So let's talk a little bit about the other games going on tonight. SoDak16, Washington and Roosevelt, 1-16. That game started at 6 o'clock. Give you an update. Jefferson hosts to Pier. Lincoln is host to Mitchell. Stevens hosts Brookings. Central hosts Watertown. Brandon Valley hosts Spearfish. And Huron hosts, Huron hosts Harrisburg.
Be
today.
Interesting to see Huron.
Harrisburg game. Harrisburg seed 11, so.
I'd just be interested to see Huron in the state tournament. You know,
What
a team that can shoot three balls like that. That's a layup there, good by Bergen Riley. But that's something that, you know, when you're a team that can shoot well and shoots well in the tournament, you're really tough to beat, especially if you can adapt to that venue. And Huron playing in an arena all the time typically is able to bring their shooting ability right on into the arena. Ronzik, left-handed finish off the window is good. Her first bucket of the evening.
Wow. She went 12 minutes without scoring, Isaac.
Karlovitz off the dribble, step back, triple is around and out, no good. Good-looking shot again by Karlovitz. You can tell why she's averaging 15 a game heading into tonight.
28-7, 3:40 go in the first half here from O'Gorman. Winner advances to the state tournament next Thursday evening in Rapid City.
Ronzik, deep triple, back of the iron, no good. Rebound tipped into Bergen Riley's hands. They're going to call push from behind.
Ouchie, ouchie. I didn't see that one. She was going up for the ball, Isaac. That's her first 16th foul now for the Knights. Next foul on the Knights will be a 1-and-1 for the Gazelles. Put them in the bonus.
Karlovitz into the hands of Terzinski. Toss to the corner. Back into the hands of Terzinski. Karlovitz had it poked away. Now has to fire it up top to Salvatore. Cross-court pass into the hands of Terzinski. 15 on the shot clock. Dumps it off down in the corner with Savvy. Off the dribble, Karlovitz. Standstill triple is good.
7 now for Karlovitz.
Bergen Riley drive inside was fouled and a block called on Salvatore, and it will send Bergen Riley to the line where she's already got 13 first half points.
Yeah. So Karlovitz is going to Orange City. Going to be a Red Raider.
Free throw no good from Bergen Riley.
That's back-to-back misses. See, the boys made it out of practice and showered. Yep. They're in the front row over there.
And they've got another group of them down over on the baseline there as well.
That's the younger ones.
Beeman swinging it over to Terzinski. 29-10 here, 2:51 to go in the second quarter.
See, I can't spot Manny because he doesn't have the bright shoes on.
He needs to wear those.
Then I can spot him. Then I can spot him. You know, football and basketball. He stands out. That's where you gotta.
That's his old. I think that's the whole memo of that attire, is just to stick out.
Drotzman is a foul now. $16 now for Zell, so we'll be in bonus the rest of the first half here. 2:33, 29-10 Knights.
Abdush will walk it across the half-court line here. Swinging it over to Ronzik. Ronzik off the dribble. Nice hesitation dribble. Pull up, elbow, jumper, no good. Rebound, Lucy Moore. And she'll get it out top to Abdush. Triple, rounded out, no good. And a reach over the top by Friedman. That's her third foul.
Oh, she's going to go on the bench now.
She'll just try to justify that one, but that one was point blank. A nice, easy reach over the top and a push there.
Darn Hannah. Shoot. She's going to go.
That'll actually send the Gazelles to the free throw line here.
Metley's going to check in for her. So we got Ronzik, Abdush, Moore, Metley, Riley in for the Knights.
So Macy Drotzman will head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
She's 74%. She's the best, second to best on the team for the Gazelles.
And her first free throw is no good. So the rebound goes to Mentley. Swing pass over to Riley. Mentley off the dribble, had it stripped out of her hands by, I believe it was Karlovitz that got a hand on it, and then Terzhinsky pops a tray, no good, and a rebound goes to the Lady Knights. Nice pass back door to a cutting Ronzik. Threading the needle was Molly Abdush, and it's 31-10.
She didn't need no help with that threading the needle. She just put it right in there.
Looks like Tom Brady. Karlovitz, deep tray, no good. Rebound inside by Drotzman, who then tries to go up off the window, had it blocked and then poked out of bounds by Mentley.
That was all ball and Kira there. Okay, we're going to have a timeout here. Full timeout here, Brett. So it's 1:24 left in the first half. Knights 31, Gazelles 10.
Real Presence Radio is available on Google Assistant devices, including Google Home, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To start this action, say something like, "Okay Google, talk to Real Presence Radio." It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, "Play Sioux Falls," or "Play AM 970," or "Play WWEN." From there, you can use words like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Google Assistant devices.
Hey, are you an enthusiastic sport fan? Want to have fun and get in the action? Heck yes! That'd be awesome. Have a great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to student athletes in your community? Obviously, yes. Then you make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in South Dakota because with no high school officials, there'll be no more high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com to become an official for South Dakota high school sporting events. Here we are, minute 12, 31-10, Knights on top.
Abdush in the corner, crossover dribble, now has to pick it up inside to Mentley. Turnaround off the window, around and out, no good. Rebound to Beeman. 1 minute in the first half. 31-10, Lady Knights on top.
Gazelles have scored 3 points here this quarter. That was at 1-3 by Karlovitz.
Inside to Beeman. Up top, Karlovitz. Pump fake. That's a tough triple that was blocked out of bounds off of the Lady Knights.
It'll stay with the Gazelles. 14 on the shot clock, 39 in game.
Inside to Beeman. And then threw that pass away. And it'll be an over and back violation.
Okay, 33 seconds, shot clock's off.
So Lady Knights will look for a shot here on the offensive end. It's Moore up top to Ronzik, and Ronzik traveled.
Okay, these officials, we commented before, I've never seen these guys.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're from. They're not normal crews that we see throughout Eastern. Maybe they brought them in from Buffalo or somewhere.
Give them a girls' and then a boys' game tomorrow, possibly. You never know. Karlovitz, triple is good. 3 seconds on the clock. Mentley into the hands of Abdush. Full court heave is off the mark, no good. They're going to call that shot a 2, I believe, for Karlovitz. So that'll end the first half. Lady Knights 31, Gazelles 12. Stay tuned for the Knights halftime show, and that is next on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689. Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls offers a daily buffet featuring a variety of pizza choices, salad bar, and chicken. Pizza Ranch has a spacious dining room as well as 8 party rooms that fit different group sizes. Their online menu provides another option for their customers to order from. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Halftime Show. Brought to you by your Knights of Columbus field agents for the Sioux Falls area, Jeff Gillen and Phil Carlson.
Welcome back. Oh, there we go. Welcome back to O'Gorman High School as the Lady Knights lead 31-12 here at halftime in the 2 versus 15, the SoDak16 matchup between O'Gorman and Yankton.
So if you're not familiar with the seed points, the state of South Dakota changed it back in 18, as we alluded to earlier. As you play throughout the year, you get different points for wins and losses. So Washington was number 1 in the seed with all the points throughout the regular season. O'Gorman came in number 2. So the top 8 hosts, the bottom 8 go to the host teams. 1 plays 16, 2 plays 15, and then 3 teams didn't make it in?
Yes.
I believe for 3 teams, yeah.
Actually, I think it is, 2 teams. Yeah, 3 teams did not make it in. Yep.
Didn't make it in, so. But Knights started out heavy right away. What was it, 10-0?
Yeah, the game started off with I believe it was 14-2 at one point, and then Yankton kind of trickled themselves right back into it. And then O'Gorman started to pull away there in that second quarter. O'Gorman had held Yankton to 3 points before that final buzzer beater shot there by Karlovitz to give them 5 points in the quarter. And both of those buckets came from Karlovitz. So Yankton struggling a little bit on the road. They had some life in that late first quarter, but really struggled to get a rhythm going in that second quarter.
Well, to me, it kind of even looked like both teams. Even the Lady Knights were kind of sluggish a little bit there towards the end of that second quarter. Yeah. Freeman picks up her 3 fouls, and she's got to go to the bench.
And what's been impressive for the Lady Knights so far is they're getting a lot of scoring out of Bergen Riley, who's got 14 points in the first half, and she's been doing a lot for the offense, especially on the offensive glass, grabbing rebounds, but also in transition. She got 4 straight points off of steals and layups on that Knights press. So Bergen Riley doing a really good job of stepping up and playing a big-time role tonight against the Yankton Gazelles.
But out of them 31 points, 27 been in the paint?
Yeah, I don't think we've made a 3-point shot yet.
No, we have not. So we haven't had much of even a 10-footer. No. We haven't had much, so that's where we come in pregame. It's going to be in the paint tonight, and that's where in the first half it's been that way. So coming up next, we'll tell you a little inside O'Gorman to hear from the boys coach Derek Roby, the preview of the boys here in the game tomorrow afternoon, right here at O'Gorman. Stay with us. You're listening to O'Gorman Basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Sioux Equipment Company can fix, sell, and repair gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors. They offer sales and services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment in Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company is located at 1310 East 39th Street in Sioux Falls, just off of East Benson Road. They can be reached by calling 605-334-1653. Again, that number is 605-334-1653.
Pre-planning a funeral is a wonderful gift for families. I'm David Lewis of Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, a family-owned and operated service to the community. Our goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral services. I will listen to all needs and offer choices for funeral arrangements and make sure all questions are answered. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home can be contacted at 336-0707 or by going to barnettlewis.com.
Coach, this is the second straight year in the SoDak16 we're playing a team that we played in the final regular season and game of the year. As a coach, is that something you feel like is an advantage for your team or a disadvantage when you're playing a team that you basically just played a week before?
I don't know if there's an advantage. The disadvantage would certainly be that you're, like our kids, because we won, they're saying, well, geez, we're going to have an easy game. Well, we've been drilling them all week long saying this is not going to be an easy game because it's like you've heard 100,000 times. It's a new season. Everybody starts 0-0 from this point on, and even though we beat them a week ago, we're going into this full tilt. Now we're going with everything we have because there is no tomorrow if you don't get through it. So hopefully we survive and advance like everybody else.
What do we need to do defensively better on the Kranzler kid tonight, Coach?
Well, we'll change some things up. We have to focus more on them. Like I said, it just snowballed on us last time, and we just have to do a better job. I think we can make a better team effort. Maybe somebody taking a charge, stepping in, taking a charge when he's going to the basket. We have to have our hands active and getting passing lanes and make them work for the ball. And or this afternoon, I guess, you'll see us switching a little bit on some of the screens and try to make them guess a little bit. But, the way I look at it is, if he doesn't score 41, somebody else is scoring too. There again, they just scored a whole lot of points. More than I would have liked them to score. I don't necessarily care if one kid's doing all the scoring because bottom line, like I said, if he's not scoring, somebody else is probably going to score anyway. So with that being said, we have to keep that in perspective and try to get better and try to get ourselves to a state tournament.
Coach, we out-rebounded them 38-21, had 9 offensive rebounds to their 2 the last meeting. Has that been a focus this week, too, of being able to control the rebounds, get those second chance points against them tonight?
Oh, absolutely. We have to get all those hustle points, and there were a couple that we flat out just did. I remember, Manny Struck got a couple hustle points right in front of our bench, and they created a dunk at one end with Gavin Muirhead. You just have to get all those hustle points, all the loose basketballs.
Finally, Coach, what will be your kind of message to the team before they go out as a trip to state's on the line today at home against the Huron Tigers?
Pretty simple. Somebody's going to cut down a net. Hopefully it's us.
Okay, that was Coach Rowe. We'd like to thank him. Isaac, what's your thoughts on tomorrow's game against Huron? And we just played him last Saturday up at the Big Huron Arena, which only Brett's been to like twice in his life.
I would like to think that you're probably not going to see a 41-point performance out of Max Kranzler. You might see 40, but I'm guessing you might not see 41 again. And I think that O'Gorman's going to come out with a little bit of more tempo maybe, and right out of the gates try to bury him early, especially at home. It's probably going to be a decent-sized crowd similar to this one. And, if you're the O'Gorman boys, you got to know that you're, physically a better matchup against Huron than they are against you. And you have to take advantage of what has been working all year, and that's been post play that leads to outside scoring. So making sure that you're just playing Knights basketball tomorrow afternoon, and like Coach Roby said, making sure you're cutting down the net on your home floor come the end of the night.
Okay, before we go to break, we have to give a shout-out to the Oral and Turf. I don't know if you talked about it last week, but Coach Goldade, Chloe Goldade, Teresa Fester, they had 14 students that completed a national qualifier last week, and 14 qualified are making it to the Nationals in June. And I reached out to Coach Goldade today to get the 14 kids, and she did not get back to me. So hats off to the Oral and Turf, and I tell you what, we got 14 going to Nationals in June. Outstanding. So Inside O'Gorman brought to you by Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, our 6 elementary schools, junior high, and high school typify gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Our schools try to have excellent where it counts in faith, academics, in our community. And the opportunities offered to our students. Visit ognights.org to schedule a tour. And I love that band. They're taking me out. So after the break, we'll give you a little scoreboard update, and we'll come right back for the start of the second half. 31-12, Knights on top.
Real Presence Radio will be broadcasting an estimated 42 Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls and boys basketball games from the middle of December 2021 to the middle of March 2022. Tune into the RPR network on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford, online at realpresenceradio.com, on our free mobile app, and on YouTube at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. If your business would like to sponsor our O'Gorman basketball broadcast, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Upon graduation from O'Gorman High School, you will receive far more than a diploma. You get the values of a Catholic education, the support and reach of thousands of alum from across the country, the knowledge that you can become who you were meant to be, and our community will be right there by your side. You belong in blue. O'Gorman High School.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. Lady Knights will start with the opening possession of the quarter as that pass is thrown away into the hands of Salvatore and the Yankton Gazelles. Karlovitz steps into a triple from the wing. Front of the iron, no good. Rolled off the back of the rim and off the backboard. Ronzik will bring it across the half-court line. Little bit of tempo. Swings it over to Friedman in the corner, who looks at a cutting Abdouche and dribbles it to the top of the key.
Starting five's in for the Knights.
Abdouche off the dribble now. Spins it near the elbow up top to Ronzik. 15 on the shot clock. Ronzik will use a screen from Friedman. Steps over and dumps it inside to Mentley, who had it poked away from behind. And that's a second turnover for the Lady Knights.
Yankton's going to try to push this here.
Salvatore off the glass, no good. Rebound to Hannah Friedman, who dumps it off to Molly Abdouche.
I would like to thank the Knights of Columbus, the BB agencies, for sponsoring the Knights halftime show.
Bergen Riley tried to fit a pass inside. That was just a careless pass. And Mentley is going to force the jump ball. That's going to go to the Yankton Gazelles.
It's like a wrestling move there, wasn't it?
Lady Knights have got to slow it. Yeah, it was. But Lady Knights have got to slow it down a little bit here and take care of the basketball. 3 consecutive turnovers on their first 3 possessions of the half.
The update across the state. Sioux Falls, Washington 46, Roosevelt 28, winner of that advancement to the state games. Brandon Valley 25, Spearfish 16. We're at halftime with those games.
Kick to the corner, short corner inside to Beeman now. That shot no good. Gazelles are getting some good looks on the offensive end, just none of them have fallen yet here in the first 2 minutes of the quarter. Meanwhile, Gorman's turned it over 3 times.
And we're scoreless here.
Ronzik up top to Mentley, swings it over to Riley, up top to Abdouche now. Off the dribble, Abdouche, step back. They're going to call foul underneath the basket.
And Kira?
So the step back triple from Molly was good, but they're going to call a foul away from the ball underneath the basket on Kira before the shot.
I missed that one.
Terzhinsky, that should have been a double dribble.
And she was just about over and back, too.
Into the hands of Karlovitz. About everyone on that side over there on the floor was calling for it.
I think the blind guy in the first row even saw it.
Terzhinsky off the dribble now.
10 seconds.
Into the hands of Karlovitz. 8 on the clock. Over to Beeman. Triple from the wing. Around and out, no good. Nice offensive board by Salvatore, who shoots one very high off the glass and no good.
But you see Friedman back off. She knew. She was smart.
Yep.
Smart. Did not want to pick up her 4th foul here right away in the 3rd quarter. Very smart basketball by Hannah Friedman there.
Abdouche will use the screen and then drive over into a couple of defenders, and now Ronzik with it, swings it over to Abdouche. Inside to Mentley, tries a wraparound pass. Bergen Riley stands still triple, back to the iron, no good. Easy offensive board for Ronzik, who turns around off the glass, no good. Another board offensively for Bergen Riley, who swings it over to Mentley.
Resets the clock the 2nd time.
Kicks it to the corner. Deep two from Friedman, no good. Another board into the hands of Bergen, who then airballs the baseline jump shot. And Karlovitz stands up.
Yeah, Karlovitz and Mentley both went down, Isaac. That was...
Karlovitz steps into a two, no good. Couldn't get the shot to fall.
Wow, we're going to go scoreless here in 4 minutes.
Off the drive is Mentley around the rim and in for two.
She must have hurt
Not
me.
quite in four.
Oh, just shy. We're 6 seconds shy of 4, Isaac. You're in Nebraska. That's pretty close. Oh, and Coach Trey wants to call a full timeout here.
So with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter, we'll take a break. You're listening to O'Gorman Lady Knights basketball. Lady Knights 33, Gazelles 12 on Real Presence Radio Network.
Early in his time as the new bishop of the Diocese of Sioux Falls, Bishop Donald DeGrood sensed in prayer the vision that the Lord has for the diocese in our time: lifelong Catholic missionary discipleship through God's love. That is, for each and every Catholic in eastern South Dakota to receive God's love, to be in personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and to share that love with others. Find out more at sfcatholic.org/vision and discover the exciting and beautiful part you have to play in God's plan.
Hi, this is Brett Byler, Area Account Executive with Real Presence Radio. Did you know the signal of Real Presence Radio reaches an audience of over 2.4 million people across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, and Wyoming? Have you ever thought about running radio spots on the RPR network? We want to partner with you to help gain exposure for your business in front of a very faithful customer base. To find out more about the options, please call me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. The Lady Knights lead 33-12 here. With 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, the first bucket of that quarter on the last possession for the Lady Knights. Beeman hesitates and now kicks it over into the corner. Savvy, and that three-pointer is swatted away.
Boy, Molly got up and got that one.
Terzhinsky tried to knock it in, and Molly smacked that thing out of bounds with some authority. And there's 17 on the shot clock now as they inbound the ball directly into the hands of Abdush, who gets an easy steal. Into the hands of Ronzik. Nice find to Lucy Moore. Left-handed finish, good for two.
Lucy Moore now with 4 points.
Terzhinsky over to Karlovitz. Looking inside at Beeman. Swings it over to Savvy. Up top of the key to Terzhinsky. Dump off inside to Drotzman. Drotzman with it and a little bit of pressure from Bergen Riley, and now she'll have to pass it up top. Had it poked initially, but back into the hands as Terzhinsky fires a triple top of the key. That one off the mark, no good. Rebound into the hands of Lucy Moore, who had it poked away by Drotzman, who saves it somehow into the hands of the Gazelles as Terzhinsky will dribble it out now and then throw a pass that gets bobbled away, and Moore is all over the floor as finally it winds up in the hands of Drotzman, who then gets that pass poked away. Elbow jumper by Karlovitz is good for two.
Wow.
What a circus performance there. All around the floor, and all of a sudden Karlovitz drains the elbow jumper and makes it 11 on the night for her, 11 of their 14.
What a scrappler Moore. She was on the floor twice going for the ball. 35-14, 2:34 left in the third. Winner advances to the state game title.
Tough turnaround, too, by Molly Abdush. Her first points of the night. That pass gets into the hands of Terzhinsky. Over to Savvy. She'll stop, pass it back to Terzhinsky, who drives inside. Shot is blocked. Mentley into the hands of Ronzik. Ronzik in transition now, slows it down near the top of the key. Thought about taking the three, swings it over to Abdush. Quick fire triple from the wing. Air ball directly into the hands of Mentley, who goes up and was partially had her shot blocked. It looked like a foul, but no call. Karlovitz walks it across the half-court line. Swings it over. Terzhinsky fires a triple, no good. And Yankton's been long bombs away this quarter.
Minute 44 left in the third.
Crossover dribble. Ronzik thought about the triple, hesitates now, kicks it over to Riley. Riley off the dribble up top to Abdush, swings it over to Mentley. Mentley drives baseline, easy lay-in for 2, and Mentley's got 13. Mentley 13, Riley 14. If I'm doing my math correctly, that combines for 27 of the 39.
Correct. So you get Brett?
I asked Brett to help me grade third grade math last week, and he got confused on 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Problem was 12 times 2, and Brett froze and said, sorry, I can't do it. And then he ran away and shut his door to his room and started crying.
Okay, Friedman's in for Mentley. Gazelles with the ball underneath their own basket.
Double tip into the hands of into the hands of Drotzman. Swings it over to Eidsness. Inside to Salvatore now, up top to Eidsness. Pump fake of the 3, then pump fakes again. Now swings it over, and Yankton just works it around the perimeter there. Eventually had it poked out of bounds.
And Brett, we haven't even talked about the Jackrabbits yet. You know that's coming.
Well, I mean, the number 1 seed in both the men's and the women's. So what's there to talk about? I mean, there's no boasting. The numbers say it themselves.
It just proves itself. You're correct.
Fieser into the hands of Eidsness. Deep in the corner now, up top to Fieser.
Still don't have tickets for the Summit. Never been to a Summit game.
Well, you better get them now.
Ever.
That one poked away, stolen into the hands of Ronzik. If you're looking for the sympathy person on the live stream to give you the tickets, I don't know if it'll come through.
I'm hoping.
I've got tickets for tomorrow night.
I don't.
Eidsness over on the wing. Swings it over to right back to Eidsness. And over to Fieser now. Fieser with 14 on the shot clock, back into the hands of Eidsness. They've just been working it around the perimeter now, into the hands of Savvy. Short jumper for 2 is good by Salvatore. Her first points of the evening. And in transition right up to Friedman, who missed the layup. And now a rebound tipped out of bounds off of...
It'll be O'Gorman ball.
Nope, off the Lady Knights.
Should be O'Gorman ball. The ref came down and pointed.
Eidsness will just dribble out the quarter. So the Lady Knights 8 minutes away from a state tournament appearance. They lead 39-16 as we head into the break here on Real Presence Radio Network.
J&J Caseworks and Closets and More is a proud sponsor of the O'Gorman Knights. Following the same rich, winning tradition, family, and Christian values, J&J Caseworks strives to create a work environment to call home. Family-owned and operated, J&J Caseworks has several full-time positions available. Our team members pursue career goals, learn new skills, and get the recognition they deserve. To set up an appointment, J&J Caseworks can be reached at 605-332-0805 or email jobs@jmjcaseworks.com. Go Knights!
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Okay, welcome back here to the final quarter, the fourth quarter. As Isaac said, coming into the break, the winner advances to the state tournament next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, out at the Ice Arena, which is part of the Barnett Monument Center. Still the same place, but they call it the Ice Arena, where the semi-pro hockey team in Rapid City plays. So that'll be next Thursday evening if O'Gorman continues on with the win at 6 o'clock. So here's a call of the fourth quarter. Here's Isaac Struck.
Lady Knights will have the first possession of the quarter. And that layup is easy and in there for Bergen Riley.
16 now.
(41-16). Lady Knights on top. Karlovitz inside to Beeman. Nice pass into Salvatore, who will head to the free throw line after being fouled on the layup attempt. She'll head for 2.
That'll be Friedman's fourth foul. There were only 12 points scored that quarter, Isaac. 8-4. Very low scoring for both teams. So now Friedman's going to have to come out. She's got 4 fouls here at the start of the fourth. Salvatore, she's a 64% free throw shooter, makes her first one. 41-17. Lucy Moore is in for Friedman.
Second free throw, no good. 41-17 here, 7:25 to go in the ball game. Lady Knights have controlled this one from wire to wire so far. Ronzik off the dribble now. Swings it over to Abdush. Into the hands of Lucy Moore. Dump inside to Bergen Riley. Up top to Ronzik. Deep triple from Ronzik, no good. And that box out into the hands of Bergen Riley over to Lucy Moore.
Nice rebound. Way to get after it.
Over to Abdush. She'll go off the dribble now. In a little bit of trouble, trying to create some separation.
5 seconds. Colger was trying to call timeout over there, wasn't he?
You would think.
That's what I thought. He was up. The other ref didn't see it. So that's twice now the refs on the side have missed the timeout calls.
Off the dribble over to Karlovitz into the hands of Eidsness. Looking up top to inside to Beeman. It was a pass from Terzhinsky. Corner triple from Eidsness, no good. Rebound directly into the hands of Molly Abdush. She tries to beat everybody down the floor. Slows down. Stop and pop triple is good.
There we go. First 3 of the evening, I think.
Wow. With 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, that's the Lady Knights' first 3. Now talk about putting last week behind you.
Yep.
27 to 6 made, I guess. But 27 attempts to probably under 10. That shot no good. Lucy Moore with the rebound into the hands of Molly Abdush now. Abdush beats everyone down the floor. Tough finish, too strong, into the hands of Salvatore, who shoulders her way out of traffic.
She gets out there and throws them elbows around there in that rebound.
Karlovitz into the hands of Beeman. Beeman up top to Terzhinsky. Over to Karlovitz. Step back. Thought about the triple. Has to swing it across now to Eidsness. Standstill triple. Front of the iron, no good. Over to Moore. Inside. High-low pass to Riley. Good for 2. What a nice find from Lucy Moore into the hands of Bergen Riley. Might be hearing that a little bit more next year.
And Coach Trey wants to call a full timeout here with 5:07 left in regulation. Knights 46, the Gazelles 17. You're listening to Gorman Basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Real Presence Radio will be broadcasting an estimated 42 Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls and boys basketball games from the middle of December 2021 to the middle of March 2022. Tune into the RPR network on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford, online at realpresenceradio.com, on our free mobile app, and on YouTube at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. If your business would like to sponsor our O'Gorman basketball broadcast, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Welcome back to Real Presence Radio Network. Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in the action? Heck yeah, that'd be awesome. Have a great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community? Obviously yes. Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in South Dakota because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com. Check your local job postings.
That has been the case, hasn't it, over the years. The officiating is really...
Yeah.
I don't know why nobody wants to do it anymore.
I think it's a lot of criticism, but...
I did it when I was in college. After college, I did football and volleyball. Loved it.
Yep.
It was fun.
I mean, a lot, it's a controversial topic about how officials are treated. And, you never want to get too far into it, but I always say that, they're doing a job, and you'd expect them to do their job well, as any employment would. So when people always, get after people for saying, oh, they're just out there, it makes it hard to want to be an official when you're always getting people riled up with you. But I always treat it of, well, I mean, it's your job to do the performance well. So at least that's my viewpoint on it.
No, I enjoy it. It's like the state volleyball tournament like 1985 or something like that, or 84.
Boy, would I have loved to see you in the volleyball official uniform.
They make them that big. Bergen Riley now with 20, scored that one 48-20 now. Knights are really pulling away here. 4 minutes left in regulation.
Up top to Ronzik, triple from deep, no good. Rebound Salvatore. Ronzik and Abdush have been cold tonight. They've combined for 9 points, but Riley and Mentley have combined for 33.
Well, Ronzik averages 18.
Shot blocked from behind and out of bounds, and now we'll have a platoon swap.
Here we go.
As the Lady Knights will exit the floor as a state tournament appearance is on the way. Mentley, Ronzik, Abdush, Friedman, and Riley will exit for the last time this season on the home floor. And Lucy Moore, Sydney Benson, Owang Okoye, Karsten Schlimgen, and Peyton Peterson are into the game for the Lady Knights. Schlimgen up top to Lucy Moore. Hands it off to Peterson. Up top to Karsten Schlimgen. Dump inside to Benson, was poked away. Back into the hands of Schlimgen. She's fouled.
I hate it when my hearing aids go out during the game. Darn. Don't get old.
That was the first team foul on the Gazelles this half. Tough finish by Benson, around and out, no good. Rebound goes to Karlovitz. Dump off inside. Savvy with it over to Karlovitz. Over into the hands of Savvy now. Looking inside at Salvatore. Savvy swings it over to Eidsness into the corner with Karlovitz. Step back, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Sydney Benson. Or excuse me, Claire Benson. Peterson off the dribble up top. Lucy Moore thought about a triple. Looks a high-low pass inside to Okoye, whose shot was blocked out of her hands from behind. And now a loose ball effort and a jump ball.
Okay, here Yankton's going to empty the bench.
And now Yankton will go to their bench. So a couple of seniors will exit for their final game and receive a standing ovation from the Yankton faithful as Karlovitz and Salvatore exit, as well as Beeman and Savvy for the final time as a Yankton Gazelle.
Karlovitz ended what, 15?
Yes.
I think it was 15 I have for her. Kennedy Rinks is in now.
She comes in for Lucy Moore. Corner triple from Terzhinsky is good. Just a sophomore is Terzhinsky with 6 points on the night. The pass thrown out of bounds, and now Cecily Bruns will come into the game for Benson with 1:55 here to go.
Student section is tasting it, Isaac. It's got to be a long minute 50 when you're sitting there like this with the bid, when you're getting ready, as Roby say, to cut the. Somebody's going to cut the nets.
Yep.
And these girls have deserved it.
That's a triple from the wing, no good. Rebound inside, nice finish off the window is good by Cameron Koletsky. 5'10" sophomore on the board.
Over at Washington High, Sioux Falls, Washington 76, Roosevelt 51.
Nice save, Schlimgen inside. Nice move by Schlimgen, couldn't get the shot to fall. One minute to go here. Peyton Peterson off the dribble now. swings it over to Bruns. Bruns off the dribble now, up top to Peterson. Peterson crossover, hands it off to Schlimgen. Schlimgen off the dribble. Nice pass into the hands of McCoy, good for 2.
And she scores, and the crowd goes nuts. And we got Madeline Friedman coming in. See her first action here. 28 seconds to go, 50-25. Knights on top of the Gazelles.
.25 seconds left here in action. Triple from the wing. That one well off the mark, no good. Rebound Peyton Peterson. And Peterson will get ready to dribble out the basketball. 8 seconds on the clock. Peterson walks it over to the side of the floor. And that'll do it as the O'Gorman Lady Knights have punched their ticket to the state tournament where they will play host as the number 2 overall seed. Next weekend in Rapid City on Thursday, they will play the first game of the nightcap. And they'll await their opponent.
Either Lincoln or Mitchell.
Which that game is getting ready to get underway very shortly as we'll have scores from around the state. Knights Pizza Ranch Player of the Game, interview with Coach Kent Colesgrud, and award ceremony down on the floor, and all that is up next on the Knights Locker Room Show after the break on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Imagine a place where your child is always welcome, where faith and education go hand in hand, and character is developed through perseverance and service, ensuring a love of learning and a compassion for others, built on a foundation of Catholic values, where faith is not only talked about, but lived. Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, where you belong.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Locker Room Show. Now, back to the gym. You're listening to Real Presence Radio, FM 94.5 KGWD Sioux Falls, FM 91.3 KSTJ Hartford, and FM 94.9 K235 DE Brookings, your family of faith and hope.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School as the Lady Knights punch their ticket to the state tournament as the Lady Knights are receiving their state tournament qualifier and SoDak16 winner medals.
Yep. You got a couple.
And I was old enough to get the district medal as well, the district winner.
I kind of like this format. At first, I wasn't too keen about it, but
I liked the districts, the district champs, the whole kind of thing. But, I do like this format as well as the Gazelles will head off the floor.
Class act there. Coach Creer had them stay and watch. Good sportsmanship. Hats off to Coach.
And they really battled. A 25-point loss. It kept it closer than it was at home earlier on in the season, and they did battle till that final whistle.
So this will be Coach Kent Colesgrud's 13th straight trip to the state tournament. And they're going to bring the ladders out. They're going to take a couple pictures first here at half court. They're going to bring the ladder, and as Coach Roby alluded to, somebody's going to cut the nets, and they're going to cut the nets here.
So some scores from around the state while I've got you all waiting at home.
Yeah, the fish fries are over.
Pierre and Sioux Falls Jefferson is underway. It's 4-3 in the opening minutes there in the first quarter at Sioux Falls Jefferson. Sioux Falls Washington all over Roosevelt, 79-56, but 56 points not bad out of the 16 seed on the road at a hostile environment like Washington. Brandon Valley up by 10 on Spearfish with 5 minutes to go in the fourth. And the other games are just getting underway. A lot of 7 o'clock tip-offs in the eastern area of Sioux Falls and South Dakota. And those games are all just getting underway as the Lady Knights will await the winner of Lincoln and Mitchell to find out who they will play next week.
And Lincoln's up 6-0 here halfway through the first quarter over at Lincoln High. So teams are taking their picture. That's always kind of neat.
So it was a really fast-paced opening quarter for the Lady Knights as they pretty much controlled it from the opening tip. They were up 14-2. It was then it was 17-7 at the end of one, and then they only allowed 5 points out of Ellie Karlovitz in that second quarter and kind of just continued to push the momentum after that and really control this one into the end of the game.
But I thought they would have played a little bit better game. It's kind of a slower pace. Like the shots were off tonight a little bit.
Yeah, the points that the Lady Knights put up was not as...
It's what we anticipated.
Yeah, not necessarily what was anticipated in tonight's game, but nothing to hang your hat on, especially when you post a game. Especially when you're playing a game like this, it's a little bit tough to keep the foot on the gas. And, coming off of a loss, they kind of took care of business the way that they needed to, and that was that.
Now they bring the ladder out, and they're cutting the pieces of the net down. Everybody will get a ceremonial piece of the net. Coach Codrew down there talking to Coach Lynch, Father Simple, Father Kelly. So let's take a break. Yeah,
there we go. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have our Pizza Ranch Player of the Game, recap tonight's game, and preview next week. And if Coach Colsrud does come up at all for a post-game interview, that'll all be next after the break on Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is available on Alexa-enabled devices, including Amazon Echo, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To enable the skill, just say, Alexa, enable Real Presence Radio. To listen, say something like, Alexa, open Real Presence Radio. It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, play Sioux Falls, or play AM 970, or play WWEN. From there, you can use commands like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Alexa-enabled devices.
Hi, this is Mark Holcraft.
And this is Dr. Joseph Holcraft. You know, Mark, Jesus asks 307 questions in sacred scripture. He is asked 183, of which he only answers 3. What's the business with all of this questioning going on in the Bible?
Well, Joe, there's a lot there, and we'll be ready to take that on. Tune in to hear about these questions and more on Awaken every second and fourth Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Okay, welcome back here to the post-game show. Isaac, let's get our Pizza Ranch Player of the Game. Who do you got?
I think this one goes without needing to be said, but Bergen Riley, our Pizza Ranch Player of the Game, had 20 points and was a threat offensively and defensively as well for the Lady Knights. Was all over the court, especially in that first half, but really was a solid force for the Lady Knights all evening long as she finished with 20 points. Was probably very near a double-double as well. I mean, I'm going to just give her the benefit of the doubt and say she had the double-double there. But a really solid game, and if we can get a performance like that out of Bergen in the state tournament, the Knights are going to be tough to beat.
So tonight's Sioux Falls O'Gorman Night Player of the Game is brought to you by Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street here in Sioux Falls. Pizza Ranch has a daily buffet and a fun zone for the kids to play. Pizza Ranch can be reached by calling 271-8646. Now, Isaac, I got a question for you. I see the boys out here watching. How does that kind of set in emotionally when they see the girls cut the net the night before and they're going to the state tournament? What's going through their minds?
I always liked seeing the girls cut it down because then it's kind of not like puts pressure on you, but more just makes you want to go out and do it again. Do it a second night in a row. Especially we've been fortunate enough to have SoDak16 games both at home since it started, since the format started.
Every year we have them travel. Here comes Coach Coldwood right now. So, hey, congrats. 13th straight trip to the state tournament. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Dan. Certainly a nice win for us. You go into these games, you just never know for sure what's going to happen. And I was really proud of the way our kids came out of the gates. I thought we started with high energy, high enthusiasm, executed really good, and really got off to the start we needed to in this basketball game.
Absolutely. Like you had talked about the start, you guys forced quite a few turnovers early. It was a 10-0 lead at one point, and then it was 14-2. Yankton started to build a little bit of momentum at that end of the first quarter. It was 19-7 at the end of the quarter after we hit the last shot of the quarter. And then you guys did a really good job in the second half. In the second quarter, you only allowed 5 points, and all 5 were to Karlovitz. Just talk about how your defense played tonight.
Yeah, I thought our defense was really good, and that's got to be our staple every single night, Isaac. And I thought we were active in our zone. I thought our full court pressure was good. Gave them some trouble and didn't give up any easy points on the backside of it. Sometimes when you're doing that stuff, you have a tendency to give up some easy points, and I didn't think we did that. I thought it was solid defensively all game. I thought we rebounded pretty good and did the things that we need to do to be successful.
Absolutely. Now looking forward a little bit to next week, just talk about how you guys will approach this upcoming weekend, and then how your practice plans, like coming into the next week and then your trip out west next week.
Yeah, great question. We're going to certainly enjoy this victory tonight, take tomorrow off, support the boys game tomorrow, come back, on Sunday, get regrouped. We'll know our matchup at that time, have couple good practices, and be ready to head out to Rapid City for a practice out there on Wednesday morning. So we're excited. We think this team deserves to be in the state tournament. We want to go out there and play the best basketball we can, and hopefully have our, play our best.
Absolutely, and looking forward to next week's matchup on Thursday. You guys will have that first game of the night session, awaiting the opponent, obviously, between Lincoln and Mitchell. What do you guys expect to get out of either Lincoln or Mitchell in that first round game?
Yeah, we've played them both recently here. Sioux Falls Lincoln's played a variety of different defenses against us. Kind of like tonight, they paid a lot of attention to Molly Abdouche and Hannah Ronsick, as expected. And, we really had some other kids step up tonight, and we're going to need that moving forward as well when they pay that much attention to those two. Mitchell's, back healthy, and I think it's going to get better and better. So we'll find out who our matchup is, and certainly do some preparation for them, but ultimately it comes down to us doing the things that we need to do to be successful on any given night.
So Brett and I will be there. Isaac's not going to make the trip, but Brett and I will be out there with you all week. So
sounds good.
I'll be supporting from home, but yeah.
I know you will, Isaac.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Coach, on another state tournament appearance.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for everything, guys.
So head coach Kent Colesgrid of the Lady Knights here on Real Presence Radio Network. We'll come back after the break. We'll have a final wrap-up, a preview of the boys' game for tomorrow afternoon, and a scoreboard update as we head into the evening here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is available on Google Assistant devices, including Google Home, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To start this action, say something like, "Okay, Google, talk to Real Presence Radio." It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, "Play Sioux Falls," or "Play AM 970," or "Play WWEN." From there, you can use words like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Google Assistant devices.
Early in his time as the new bishop of the Diocese of Sioux Falls, Bishop Donald DeGrood sensed in prayer the vision that the Lord has for the diocese in our time: lifelong Catholic missionary discipleship through God's love. That is, for each and every Catholic in eastern South Dakota to receive God's love, to be in personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and to share that love with others. Find out more at sfcatholic.org/vision and discover the exciting and beautiful part you have to play in God's plan.
Welcome back to Real Presence Radio Network here at Sioux Falls O'Gorman High School. As the Lady Knights punch their ticket to the state tournament, they'll make their 13th straight appearance here in AA state tournaments, and they'll go out to Rapid City next week. They'll leave on Wednesday. They'll have a practice Wednesday morning. They'll have their little ceremony banquet on Wednesday evening for the state tournament, and then they will play as the home team, the They'll be wearing their home whites on Thursday evening. They'll have that first tip-off on Thursday evening. Like I said, they'll be playing the winner of Lincoln or Mitchell tonight. That one is just underway, and it's at Sioux Falls Lincoln, and Lincoln is up 8-2 at the end of the first quarter. So a really low-scoring game over at Lincoln High School.
And that game will be 6 o'clock Mountain. That'll be 7 o'clock Central Time. So we'll be on the air about 6:30 Central Time to bring you that first game of the state tournament matchup.
Yeah, and absolutely. And, if anyone didn't know already, you guys won't be able to put the live stream out there, but the radio call of the game will still be on. If you're smart at home, you can sync your radio to the TV and play the sound of the radio through the TV and listen that way. But, yeah, it'll be fun. I'm for sure going to be tuning into you guys as well. As you guys will carry us hopefully to a state championship appearance out in Rapid City. The Knights, are known to have some good fortunate things happen out west.
I love it out there. Okay, let's talk about the boys matchup tomorrow. 2 o'clock right here. We'll be on the air about 1:30, 1:35, whatever, to bring you the boys game against the Tigers of Huron. They come to town. I think tomorrow's game is going to be more about O'Gorman than more about the game itself. I think O'Gorman's going to have to come out and show what they're made of and play their brand of basketball. On any given night, you always say it's not about them, it's about us. And sometimes when you're getting into a game where there's a lot on the line, you tend to think too much about how to prevent the other team from doing what they want to do. But you got to take that second step back and kind of have that outside lens look and approach of, well, regardless of what they're trying to do, we still have to be us and do what we want to do. And if O'Gorman's able to do what they want to do tomorrow, pound the paint a little bit and work it inside out and be able to knock down some perimeter shots, then that's what they got to go out there and do. They can't be trying to play to something that they think that they can beat in Huron's attack. Obviously, you're going to try to expose some weaknesses at some point in the ball game, but you can't try to play to Huron. You want to play to yourselves and make them try to play to you. And Coach Roby, and we're going to bring in now producer Brett. Coach Roby mentioned his pregame, and he talked about a little bit, is that he didn't show here and everything. He only ran one set. So we kind of had inclination that we were going to play here and today as well. So nobody kind of showed each other. So, Brett, your thoughts? Because you were at that game last week.
Well, Isaac, we're going to be playing the Fighting Mark Strucks.
Yes, that's exactly it. That was funny.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. I think this is kind of funny. It's the second straight year we played the team that we ended the regular season with. Last year was Pierre. A week later we played them. This year it's Huron. A week later we played them. So it'll be interesting to see adjustments for both sides. But I think O'Gorman's a confident team, and I think they're going to have a nice game plan set for Mr. Kranzler after he went off for 41 points.
And he only averages what?
About 13 and a half come in the game.
And he scores 41. So, yeah, he
not necessarily something that you're predicting on any given night.
Do you guys have the other boys matchups you could run down quick for
I can run them
the
down
listeners?
right now. Tomorrow, they're all most of them, I should say, are all afternoon games, as a lot of them have weather-wise, they started a lot in the afternoon. So actually the first game will be at Washington High School between the Sioux Falls Washington Warriors and the Watertown Arrows. That game is at 1 o'clock Central Time over at Sioux Falls. Washington the 3 seed, and Watertown the 14 in that matchup. Then it's going to be our game, Huron and O'Gorman. Huron 6-14 heading into the game here as the 2-15 matchup. That game at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here. Aberdeen Central will host Yankton at 2 o'clock. That's that 8-9 matchup between Aberdeen Central and Yankton.
You never want to be 8-9.
No. And then Sioux Falls Lincoln, that one's going to be the matchup to look on to. If O'Gorman was fortunate enough to win tomorrow, that game will be the telltale of what will come in the state tournament in 2 weeks. As Sioux Falls Lincoln, the 7 seed, will play host to the 10 seed Brandon Valley. That would be the first round matchup for the winner of our game in the afternoon. The number 1 overall seed gets Sturgis Brown to travel to Roosevelt High School. That game at 3 o'clock. 20-0, Roosevelt looks to keep their undefeated season alive at home in the SoDak16. My favorite and most intriguing matchup of the night, Sioux Falls, Jefferson, and Pierre. That game at 3 o'clock over at Sioux Falls, Jefferson. The 12-8 Cavaliers play host to the 9-11 Pierre Governors. But Pierre, one of those teams that could potentially be an upset-poised team tomorrow afternoon, especially if they were to get by tomorrow afternoon in the state tournament as well. Harrisburg plays host to Spearfish. That game at 4 o'clock. And the final game of the evening, Mitchell and Rapid City Stevens. Really intrigued for that matchup as well. Mitchell got upset by Rapid City Stevens at the Corn Palace 2 weeks ago. So the Stevens will come back upset-minded once again and try to get 2 in a row at the Corn Palace this year.
That was a buzzer beater too, Isaac.
Yeah, 3-point buzzer beater, and they were down by, I believe they were down by 1 or 2, and they hit the 3-point shot to take the 1-point advantage right at the buzzer. And that was a really impressive win for Rapid City Stevens, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with that Mitchell and Rapid City game.
Well, Brett, you know why all the games are in the afternoon? Like that 2, 3, 4 o'clock.
Well, they got to have fans getting to the Summer League tournament to watch the
Jackrabbits.
Jackrabbits.
Because the Jackrabbits play at 6, Brett. You got to be done with your game so you can get out there and root on the Jackrabbits, Brett.
I won't be watching that. I'll be watching my Lakers lose again. So.
Brett. So final thoughts here, Brett.
It was a game that I think it was all about the start, guys. I mean, getting up to as Isaac mentioned, 14-2 lead, kind of got the energy, got the turnovers right away, and we just basically, in the second half, it was kind of a little sloppy offensively, especially with those turnovers start of the third quarter, but had a big enough lead. The defense played well, and it's kind of nice to see Bergen Riley get 20 points and Kieran Bentley get 13 points. So when you have your third and fourth scorers combined for 33 of your 50 points, that's a good omen for the state tournament.
Isaac?
Absolutely, and like Brett had just mentioned, when you're able to get points like that off of your third and fourth scorer on the team, especially just heading into state, that builds so much confidence, and it proves to other teams that, hey, you can try to guard Molly and Hannah as best you can, but we've got other scorers across the floor that can beat you from a variety of different areas. I also thought Lucy Moore played pretty well off the bench tonight. Especially just in extended minutes for Lucy. She was able to get a lot of stuff offensively, a couple of nice high-low passes, and defensively was really aggressive all over the floor tonight.
So join us tomorrow for the boys take on the Huron Tigers. That game's at 2 on the air about 1:40, 1:35. Ladies punched their ticket to the state tournament tonight, 50-25 over the Yankton Gazelles. And thanks for listening to tonight's Locker Room Show. This activity is brought to you by Real Presence Radio, 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford, and its advertisers in the member schools of the South Dakota High School Activity Associations. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be without written permission of the South Dakota High School Activity Association. God bless.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights Basketball has been brought to you in part by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Barnett Vision Clinic, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, Sioux Equipment Company, Closets and More and JMJ Caseworks, the BB Agency Knights of Columbus Insurance, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, and Barnett Lewis Funeral Home.
The preceding O'Gorman Knights activity has been a special presentation of the Real Presence Radio Network.